gonna be a little something more. I've got a plan in mind, a special thing in store. The light bulb inside my head says, get out and play, 'cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day. It's my lucky day, my lucky day. Don't need a pot of gold, a rabbit's foot or to be told. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day.
Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. We've made it through another Tuesday and a weird Tuesday. So my question to you, friends, is what was the wildest thing that happened to you today? I had this wild, wild day, and it was like bookended in wild. I thought it was going to be a normal day when I woke up this morning. I woke up before my alarm went off, which is always a really good sign. And I was ready early, and I went downstairs and I plugged in my grow lights and tended to my plant babies for a while. And then I sat down on my couch to journal. And I love this time of year because the sun comes in one particular window and I can sit right in it. So the sun is shining in my face. I'm journaling. Everything is totally, totally normal. I finish journaling. I open my laptop. I start playing around on LinkedIn. And all of a sudden, I heard this big, like, bang, crash kind of noise. You know, the noise that that pipes make when water goes through it in an old house, kind of like that, like rattly bang noise. It was like this, but like louder than I had ever heard before. So I, went downstairs. I peeked. I was all I could think of is that my water heater exploded or something. And my basement, fortunately, was super dry. No problems in my basement. And I go back to the living room, look out my sunny window, and there's a geyser in my front yard. There was a water main break in my yard. That was the big gushing noise. So that's how my day really started. Um, really started. It's so weird. So, what is the wildest thing that happened to you today? We've got some friends here. Let's do this. Absolutely. And hello, so glad you're here. So if you're here, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I would love to know who I'm speaking with tonight. But then I'll tell you the other wild thing that happened to me. I used to own this big, beautiful farmhouse. I loved this house initially. This is an 1880s farmhouse that I bought 12, 14 years ago, I think, with my ex-husband back when we were married. And we fixed up like the whole thing. And it was this big, beautiful farmhouse with a two-sided wraparound porch, the most gorgeous master bathroom, with a clawfoot bathtub, a beautiful kitchen, huge, with a giant refrigerator and huge countertops, and a pantry that used to be a bathroom. So it was like a whole food room. It was like amazing. And we sold it 2 years ago. And I just found out it's on the market. These folks who bought the house from us have decided 2 years is enough in that house, and they're going to be selling it. So I think it's so weird. I don't know. I messaged my realtor and I was like, did you see that it's back on the market? Like, is it weird if I go to the open house? So Sunday, I'm going to go to an open house for a house I used to live in, because I'm so curious what they did to it after I left. And I know it's not my house anymore, but I don't know. I lived there for 10 years and I raised my kids there. I think it's always going to be my house. Is that super weird? It's not super weird, right? Oh, let's see. The wildest thing, creating a new video series to share clips from my books with my audience. Loving it. That is awesome. I absolutely love that. Chastity is here from Sweet Home, Alabama. Wait, are you in Alabama? Did I know you were in Alabama? Amanda from wait, oh, was that Reese Witherspoon's name in that movie? No, it was something else. I don't remember. It's been a Tuesday. It has been a Tuesday, and my friend Rachel is here. Rachel is my realtor. So if you are in Connecticut and buying a house or selling a house or looking for anything, she's your person. She knows her stuff. She's amazing, and she's a super great friend. So really lucky to have her. If you don't know her, you really should know her because she's terrific. My friend Ant is here. Ant, thanks so much for being here again this week. Cindy, thanks for coming. So glad to see you. Yeah, oh, you are from Alabama. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right. Again, it's been a Tuesday. It's been a wild Tuesday. Bookended with wild, but the rest of my day was actually really great. Ooh, Chastity got a shot in her elbow. Ooh, I can imagine that didn't feel very good, but I hope whatever you had the shot for is uh, quickly on the mend. My husband's got some weird trigger finger stuff going on. So he goes in for some kind of shots and is going to have surgery after golf season. He can't do it before golf season's over. Excuse me, I've been told. So hopefully, Chastity, your shot will take care of it all. All right, my friends, I want to talk today about guided journals. So guided journals, I think are really interesting because there are so many of them and they run the gamut from being like so awesome to like, I can't believe anyone published this. So what I want to do today is show you some, talk about them, talk about pros and cons, how you use them, and I don't know, answer any questions if you have questions. So I want to first give a caveat, which is that I don't personally use guided journals. Um, I don't use them because I've yet to find one that fits what I need my journaling to be. I do all of my journaling mostly in a plain blank book, though I do have this one. This is a 1 line a day journal. I don't know if you've seen these. These I super love because it has space pretty much to write 1 line a day, and it has 5 years worth of entries. And these are really cool um, because A, you don't have to write very much, and B, when you go around again the second year, you get to reminisce about where you were this time last year. Like, fun fact, this year I transplanted my tomatoes on Friday, which Friday? No, Saturday. Friday or Saturday? Saturday. I'm having a hard time with days today. Transplanted them on Saturday. A year ago, the next day, I transplanted my tomatoes. So in this journal, this is the one I keep at night, and I just record the high points of my day, and I celebrate like the best of the things that have happened to me. And I think it's really cool that I'm going to have a 5 year record of like the best moments of my life. I absolutely love that idea. So we've got Tanya here. Ooh, she said she's announced to her client. Oh, so I'm gonna speak at a call that Tanya does with her clients. We're gonna talk all things journaling. She announced it today that I'll be there. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope they're excited. I'm super excited. So I want to start with this one. This one is the Progress Planner by My Goals. It's a company out of Australia. If shipping was not so expensive, I would buy like all of their products because I think they're really cool. The quality is really great. Unfortunately, like I don't know that I would actually use them. This is a planner I bought last year. And I started using it in January of 2022. And I made it almost 2 weeks. But what I love about it, and I'm going to actually bring it up and show you a picture. This is a picture of the spread. I don't know how well you can see it, but what I love about it is it's really great for people who like structured journaling. So if you've ever used like the 5 minute journal, or something that has had the same format every day, and you're like, oh, I love that, you might want to give something like this a shot. This is designed to be used every day for 90 days, really to keep yourself on track with your goals. But what I love about it, it gives an opportunity to reflect in the morning and at night, just like the 5-minute journal does. But it's, here at the top, I don't know whether to point to my book that you can't see or to the picture, and I wish there was some good way if I had like a cursor or a laser pointer or something. But at the top, there's a place to write your focus. What is your focus for today? What do you really want to hone in on? There's a spot for not just writing the date, but also showing the day of the week. Because if you're like me, I never know what day it is. So when I write the day, I have to write the name of the day and then the month and the number. Otherwise, I don't know. What are you grateful for? There's a line for that. There's a line for how do I want to feel, to identify a goal, and then 3 habits that'll help get to that goal, which I think is a really cool way to be able to get really clear at the start of your day, really what's important to you and where your focus is. And then along the side here, this is like the daily schedule, where you need to be when, or, well, that's how I would use it, or it could be your to-do list, with an opportunity to check things off as you finish them, a place to write your appointments, and then the top of the next page to write some notes. And then at nighttime, you can reflect on how the day went with some prompts. Today, top 3 wins. In this moment, I am, and looking forward to tomorrow. And at the bottom, this spot here to rate your day, 1 through 10. The paper quality of these books are really nice. You can use a gel pen and it's not going to bleed through. I love how the check boxes are circles and not squares. I don't know why I love it so much, but this was actually the basis for this one pager that I created for myself. I know I've shown this a number of times. I took some of the elements I loved most about this planner and then transferred them over to this daily sheet that I use. Because my particular issue with this book is I could write all of the most wonderful things down in it. And then as soon as I close the page, close the book, it's gone. I don't remember what I wrote until tomorrow when I open the book again or later tonight. So, but this one is really great, again, for people who want to get super clear on what your goals are, to get really focused. Again, they call it a planner. It's right there on the line between planner and journal, but I totally count it as a journal. Kofi, so glad you're here. And then we've got Ransom over here. Hey, thanks for coming. So this is, again, is the first one. This is the My Goals Progress Planner. But again, check out all of their stuff. They're really beautiful. And if you have the luxury of living in Australia, shipping is not crazy if you are not shipping internationally. So I want to show you next this one. This is called You Are the Magic You Seek. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble one day when I had this idea I was going to do live journal reviews here on this live stream. So I kind of did one of those, I'll take you, when I looked at it. And I loved it because I love magic, because it just drew me in. And this is how I think a lot of people get drawn into guided journals, because something about it just grabs you from the beginning. It could be the illustrations, it could be the colors, it could be the gold edges to the page. This one's gold and it's shiny and it's beautiful. But I love that this is a journal for looking within. And I love the instructions that this one gives. It says begin anywhere. So many times when we use a guided journal, we think, okay, well, we'll start at the front and work our way all the way through the back, right? And we'll do it in order. But sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you get to a prompt and it just doesn't resonate that day. I always feel like trying to make headway on a prompt that doesn't resonate is kind of wasted time. When you could skip around to something that really calls to you, that you could really do some great reflecting on. Um, so this one, and I apologize for the pictures. It has these beautiful illustrations, and then on the facing page, we'll have a prompt. This one is, what have you always wanted to do or learn more about? And I think these dot grid pages are really cool. I don't do a lot with dot grid pages, but if you are a bullet journal person, you would recognize the dot grid pages from there. But again, really love these colorful pictures. It's really playful. They're really eye catching. What is this one? This one is, what have you always wanted to do or learn more about? Oh, I clearly read the wrong one. Let's see. But then it has these 2-page spreads that are really just, I don't know, inspirational, I guess I'd call them. And I love these because, again, the artwork is so beautiful and it just drew me in from the beginning. Give yourself permission to follow curiosity. And here's a 5-step guide of how to follow curiosity. I think it would be a really, I don't know. I don't know whether I would actually use this journal or if this is something I will just keep on hand because it makes me really happy to look at it. I don't know. Do any of you out there, are you people who just like to collect things because it makes you happy to look at them? I don't collect a lot of things, but I do tend to collect a fair amount of books or stationery just because it makes me feel really good to think about the possibilities. I think of all the things I could write in here, or beautiful thoughts I could have, or on note cards and stationery paper, the beautiful letters I could write, which is really silly when I think about it. I should actually use the things I buy. But this one I think is really beautiful. It covers a lot of different topics: creativity, imagination, worthiness, self acceptance, taking care of yourself, nourishing your relationships. But I really love this theme that you are the magic that you seek, because so often we go looking for magic in other places when really it's like our own Wizard of Oz moment, right? We don't have to go all the way to Oz. We have those answers really inside of us. We see here, Cindy, you're I'm hoping you're with me in the stationary camp, or the collecting just because it makes you feel good to have. Yeah, and Tanya, I think this is a really cool journal too. This next one falls under the category of journals that accompany books. This is Get Untamed, excuse me, by Glennon Doyle. It goes with her book Untamed, which I have actually. Her book props up my computer, so it's higher on my stand. There are some things I really like about this book. There are some I don't dig. Let me get some pictures up. So her journal it's full of snippets from her book with accompanying prompts. So this one, she's got a quote about us being programmed when we're young, and then her this prompt is, what were you taught to believe makes a good daughter or a good child? So she really starts at the beginning, and this journal really follows her story and her journey in the book. Try to find the pages. I didn't mark these in exactly the right order. What I thought would kill me didn't, right? This section is about feelings. This prompt is make a list of 5 feelings that you've experienced recently. Describe what each might reveal to you about you, which is kind of a cool exercise. Feelings are super hard, and any journal that really helps dig into feelings, I super dig. This exercise I think is super great. She says, I've spent the last decade of my life listening to women talk about what they most desire, right? And gives you space to write what do you want? Um, it's so hard sometimes in our busy hustle bustle of life and taking care of other people to really think about what it is that we want. So I love the focus of this, really helping to get clear on where you where you got the ideas that you have about yourself and about life and who you're supposed to be, and really take ownership and get to decide who you want to be, what you want, and how you're going to make it happen. I don't know. All right. And full disclosure, all of these journals I picked up on eBay for like next to nothing. So I didn't go out and buy full price for this one. I don't know that I would. This is a, $20 if you buy it full price at the store, 26 in Canada. I I don't know that I would ever pay $20 for this, but for the $3.50 that it cost me for eBay on eBay, it's totally worth having. I should go back and reread her book and do the journal at the same time. That would be cool. I probably won't, but it could be cool. All right, moving on. So this book that was really cute. This is affirmators. I love it because I had this unicorn. It's a journal to help you help yourself without all the self-helpiness. And it's clever and it's funny. This one too starts with a how to use this journal. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of a unique adventure in journaling. There's no wrong way to use this journal, but here's our suggestion, right? So they suggest you start from the beginning, and do each day as it comes, or you could choose a page or theme that speaks to you, or flip to a page at random. So I absolutely love how this is what they said. They're not sticky about how you're supposed to use journals, because this is exactly the advice I give people when you use a guided journal. Find one that resonates with you, and then use the prompts as you feel like they relate to you, and as they resonate with you. That's the word. But this has some really cool spreads. So, like generosity. And this is an affirmation about generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like that one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Yeah, Tanya, this is called affirmators. Here, let me unshare for a second so you can see it. I didn't super think this through. Hopefully you can see this, or is it a reverse image? I hope not. Affirmators, a journal to help you help yourself without all the self-helpiness. But this one I really liked more than I thought I would, because I think it's very clever, and it's cute. It's very cute. But the content just is really, these affirmations are really great. Oh yeah, so back with generosity, this has a space to write generous things I've done or can do, and a space to list the big things and then the small things, because the small things matter as much as the big things do. This one is self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? I think it's yeah, again, so cute. And then here, ways I love myself, big ways and small ways. Options. Thought this one was cute. This is a ice cream sundae glass with all of the delicious in it. It's like an ice cream sundae with turkey and shrimp and a sausage and maybe a cupcake or something, because, if a little is good, all of it's better. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. That sounds really good. I never would have thought about it. But then it has these cool pages for, I really love the nature page. This has an official nature log. What, date, location, the thing that you did outside, what you experienced, your thoughts and feelings. I think that's really cool. The other spread I super dug was this one on sanctuary, um, talking about how you can give yourself time out in a way, just to take care of yourself. So, 5 things you'll do for yourself. If I had zero responsibilities and infinite time and money, this is what I would do to relax for a few days slash weeks slash months. Um, I think this again is it's really cute and really much more poignant than I expected it to be. This one, oh, it's by Knock Knock. Oh, I like their stuff. Knock Knock is the company. But the quality of the paper is really nice. Again, I don't think a pen would bleed through it. And I really like how thin the lines are, how closely ruled. That's something I look for in a journal. And so I really appreciate that. It means I can use my super fine point pens. So this one again is affirmators. Affirmators? I don't know, however you say it. I really like that one. All right, so this next one is really, let me do it this way. Really cool. This is do one thing every day that inspires you, a creativity journal. This one is very different from the rest of them because it's more a chance to play and get creative and less about really self-discovery and feelings and all of that other stuff. So here's a spread. Some people wish above all to only to render what I can hear, only to listen. Something. Oh. Some people wish above all to conform to the rules. I wish only to render what I can hear. There is no theory. You have only to listen. Oh, that made so much more sense when I read it straight across the page. But yeah, then an exercise to write what you hear. Go outside and listen. Record a new sound, and then go inside and listen. Another prompts. Can you guys see this? Is it big enough for you to read? Is it dumb that I'm reading you what you can see? I hope so, because I can't find the page that was. So I'll just skip to the next one. This one is all about being another character is more interesting than being yourself. So what characters would you want to play if you were able to switch roles or be somebody? And then cast Gone with the Wind with contemporary actors and actresses. That could be kind of cool. What is this one here? Sorry, I have these all out of order and I don't know where this page is. I don't know, but lots of really cool exercises. Design a back tattoo, design an arm tattoo. Again, cool ways to exercise your creativity, but a different kind of journal. I always talk about how different ways of journaling get you different results. This one clearly is going to get you different results than some of these other journals that we've shown. This next one I'm going to show you is the Becoming Michelle Obama journal, which again falls in the same category as the Glennon Doyle one, right? She wrote a book and then has a journal to go along with it. Disclosure, I haven't finished Becoming. I think I started reading it, or maybe I did read it. I don't remember. It came out a couple years ago. So some things I love about it, some things I don't. I'll start with something that I do love about it, which is that the lines are really nicely close together. That I super dig. The color palette is really soothing. It's blues and grays. What I don't like here is some of the spreads are weird. Like it says here, like write 3 quotes that inspire you, and then it has part of the card that you're supposed to write on one side of the seam and part on the other, and that's just like super weird, because it looks like you're supposed to start writing I don't know. I wouldn't write over the seam like that. I think that's kind of weird. And a bunch of her pages are like that, but the ones that aren't like that, I really dig. Um, it's beautifully laid out. Prompts align with the content of her book. Um, there are some quotes from her book, but um, none so like big and in your face. Glennon Doyle's tend to be big and in your face, but these are not so much. But then the prompts correspond with the quotes that they share. This one is what do you want, right? Just like in the Get Untamed journal, um, you know, what do you want? Uh, who is the happiest person you know, and what do you think brings them joy? Um, this page I loved. This is all about her and food. List 5 or 10 vegetables. I thought it was really unique and interesting journal prompt to have, and I love it because my first job was peddling vegetables at a produce stand. So I definitely have my opinions about vegetables. But again, this is really a lovely journal. Again, the color scheme is really soothing. It's laid out really nicely, again, except for the pages that have the weird spread. The other thing, and this is partly why I don't use guided journals, I feel like sometimes they don't give you enough space. Like, I mean, this is probably not enough space for me on the side with the 3 cards on it to write a complete thought. Um, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, you can always, if you have a journal like this and it doesn't give you enough space, you can use the prompts from the journal and write it in your own book. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go kind of fast. I have this one and then one more. This one is listography, your life in lists. And just exactly as it sounds, make a list. Make a list of all the American cities you've been to. And the illustrations, I think, are really charming on this one. What is this one? I can't read that. This the something. Sorry. Really thought I could find the pages. There we go. Oh, that's not it. List your biggest regrets is one of them. Oh, here it is. List the things people should remember you for, right? This is your firm handshake, your biggest regrets. List the great things about you, right? I'm not sure that this clown drawing, your great sense of humor. I think it's kind of creepy. I'll fast forward it. There we go. In case anyone is someone is creeped out by clowns. Your likes and your dislikes. Again, I think it's weird to put opposite things on the same list and not give you very much space, but there we have it. Again, that's called listography, your life in lists. It's kind of cool. It's a nice supplementary. It'd be cool to do it and just really capture your life as a snapshot in time and then go back and revisit it like a time capsule to see what has changed, see what you can add to your list. So the last one I want to show you was a random eBay find. This one is it's the Sark Journal and Playbook. It's circa 1993. So when you see these pictures, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, totally looks like 1993. But and this is not one that I ever would have bought on purpose. But there's something really charming about it. This book is dedicated to you. I think is really, really called to me. And again, all the contents are inside of you. That same message as that You Are the Magic You Seek journal. Again, noting that you have everything you need inside you. Here's where you can see it looks very 1993. It's this person, Sark, who really, it's like her love letter to her inner child, right? So a place where you get to play. So, a letter for you. Describe how you want to be thought of, right? What do you want? Giving you space to to really identify that. What are you afraid of? And what I like here is a lot of these prompts, they say, grab another piece of paper. You don't have to do it all in this book. You can really use as much space as you need. Inspiration guide, write your favorite inspiring things inside these shapes. Delight yourself. What delights you? I think it'd be so fun to fill up a page with what delights you and brings you joy. And this is what I want to end on. Thank you for sticking with me, friends. I know I'm kind of long-winded tonight, but I want to share this quote. This is a quote that now I've seen in a couple of places. It was David Marlowe that called my attention to it in his daily Ikigai newsletter that he writes, his IkiQuest newsletter. If you don't know it, you should sign up for it. It's amazing. David's amazing. But this is a quote from Martha Graham. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and it will be lost. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. Whether you choose to take an art class, keep a journal, record your dreams, dance your story, or live each day from your own creative source, above all else, keep the channel open. And that's Martha Graham. And this, again, is the Sark's Journal and Playbook. Circa 1993. This might be the only copy floating around. So I don't know that I would ever write in it because, it's nice to have an empty copy of this. But that's what I have for you, my folks. So if you're still with me and any of these resonated with you, I'd love to know what you thought of them. If you use a guided journal and you have one you'd recommend, I would love to hear it. But I really thank you for coming along in this journey with me tonight. Thanks for sticking with me. And my friends, I'll see you next time.